one of the suggested videos was, what is the difference between a book of shadows, a grimoire, and a book of mirrors? And I'm so glad you asked. Truth be told, all the traditions kind of approach this a little bit differently. And that's why there's so much confusion. As with most things in witchcraft, it's about this personal relationship, and it's a little bit different depending on what practitioner you talk to. You can speak to two different witches in the same tradition, and they're going to come at things in a little bit different way. So be like patient with yourself, and like keep that in mind as I'm trying to explain to you kind of the overall scaled out perspective of what these tools are. So a book of shadows, the best way to think about a book of shadows is like a field research book, right? It is where you document your practice. It's where you document your personal correspondences. It's where you document what you think about your magic, your experiences that you have, so that you can, collect data about your personal connection with the universe and your magic. It's where you document the spell works, or the workings that you've done, the spell crafts that you've done, the different rituals that you've done. Date your pages. Oh my God, date your pages. That way you can fine tune things. You can see what works, what doesn't work, and you can get to know, again, your practice. You can look back and see the evolution of your practice. It is, again, it's personal. A lot of people are, I'm seeing on social media, starting to think of Book of Shadows like a reference book. It's not a, think about it this way. In your Book of Shadows, why would you put something in your Book of Shadows that you can Google, or you can, look up in some other book? Witches always have reference books, always have reference materials and things like that. Your Book of Shadows is for your personal stuff that isn't Googleable, that isn't searchable. It's your practice. A grimoire is usually the thing that gets like passed down in the family. So my grimoire has the things that I know, the tried and true things. Like it has, spellcrafts and workings that I do traditionally, like every year. It has formulas for all kinds of different things, tinctures and lotions and potions and all of that kind of stuff that I love, that I have like locked down, good to go, ready to share with the world. That is for my children, that I'm going to pass it down to them. So that would be the difference. So your Book of Shadows is where you figure it out and you work it out, and then the grimoire is where you put it when it's fucking solid and ready to go. Now, a Book of Mirrors is more akin to like a dream journal, or like where you would write your journal prompts for any shadow work. Okay, so think about it. It's for your internal reflections. That's why it's called a Book of Mirrors. So this is where you document your deconstruction process. This is where you document your beliefs that you uncover. It's where you document your feeling signatures, because what you're doing when you're doing shadow work and deconstruction work is you're trying to understand your systems, and a Book of Mirrors is where you can start to collect those data points. Again, date your pages. It's so hard. I forget this all the time. That's why I'm like, So date your pages. Book of Mirrors, internal reflections. Book of Shadows is your practice. A grimoire is your finished, like shit, the gold stuff. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any suggestions for a video, please send them to support@brightanddark.org, or you can comment below. I want to know what you want to know. So let me know what you want to know so I can let you know, and it'll be great. It'll all be great. Thank you for being so patient with me as I am working through how awkward I am with a camera. It's gonna get better, I swear. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch that process happen. I'm gonna be putting out videos every week. And if you haven't visited the website for the Resource Center, it is brightanddark.org. You can see what we're doing in the community, what different resources and workshops and programs we have to offer. There's a lot of free resources through the center. So if you need help, there is help. You just gotta choose. We'll see you soon. Let's make some magic, shall we?